From Southern Maryland's weather leader, this is a JB Weather Alert.
Hello and good morning. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you in the Storm Center. I've been here for about the last 3 hours, tracking everything, looking over all the latest information and data, and we definitely do look to have a pretty active weather day on tap across the region, and we are getting that started pretty early this morning. We have a broken line of showers and thunderstorms that's currently developing really right along 301 that's pushing to the east. This line within it looks to be a good 2 or 3 individual cells embedded within it that are producing heavy rain, gusty winds, lots of lightning. Our first one up here just moved through the Waldorf area. And these are moving at a pretty decent pace. These aren't necessarily slow movers, but these are putting down some heavy rain in a pretty short amount of time. So we just saw this little guy work right through Waldorf. This will be passing just north of Hughesville here over the next hour. Shown here is about a 45-minute to a 1-hour storm track. So this will be pushing here into Prince Frederick over the next hour. So any travel interest along Route 4 going northbound or southbound through Calvert County, once you get north of St. Leonard, do expect some issues as you head northbound as we get towards about 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Coming further south, we have this part of our line that'll be tracking right up along the Potomac River. So any interest, Route 5, 235, that heading northbound or southbound through St. Mary's County. Do expect some issues out of this one too. The more dominant cell is this one that's just pushed through the Dahlgren region, currently over Colonial Beach. This will be moving over Swan Point, Cobb Island, and really kind of hugging the Potomac coastline there. But this little guy just north of Newburgh is also producing some heavier rain, and that'll be pushing into Maddox, Chaptico, and Leonardtown here. And we'll see if this little guy doesn't just try to strengthen as well. Zooming out, and I want to take you to the more national look at the radar. We have several different areas of storming. It's really beginning to get going across the Mid-Atlantic this morning. If I take you over a 3-hour loop, you can see how everything has just kind of bubbled up here. Over the last little bit, the more pronounced storm activity is definitely to our north and east here over parts of eastern Pennsylvania and northeastern Maryland. But as we have atmospheric energy pass overhead, we are starting to see a tick up in the storm coverage across our local region. And that's going to continue, I think, for the next couple of hours. Taking on over to today's forecast, and I'll show you a look at Futurecast. Taking a look at today's forecast, we will be maxing out here in the mid to upper 80s. That temperature is going to be very much dependent on how much sunshine we see after this morning round. We're going to be talking about storms this morning potentially, and for some of you, they've already hit. That's going to be possible really till about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. We should be able to clear out and get into some decent sunshine as we head on over here towards the midday hours, really allowing temperatures and the humidity levels to spike across the region. That'll set the stage for the potential for yet another round of showers and thunderstorms across the region as we head towards 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Afternoon highs, again, the warmest temperatures are going to be out towards the west where they're not currently dealing with the rain this morning. Let me get you on over to Futurecast. Let's kind of time everything out here for you as we push through. Let's take you, this is 5 o'clock. I want to make sure I have the latest loaded here. Let's take you towards 6 and 7. Futurecast not doing the best job at initializing this morning, picking up the activity we have out there this morning, and that's the wrong one. My apologies. Here we go. But what Futurecast does show is that we will have scattered showers and thunderstorms around this morning. Really 6, 7, 8 o'clock is going to be when these are possible, taking towards 9, 10 o'clock remaining possible. And what this really shows you is that highest rain change is going to be north and east of I-95. And again, clipping our area as well. We definitely have that out there already. We clear out though 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And then as we head towards 2 and 3 o'clock, we're going to start to see some development back out towards the west. We can see this back out here. Let me take you on over here. So we can see that development back out to the west. by about 4 o'clock. Then by your evening rush, we have a potentially broken line of thunderstorms that tries to develop. And this will really be able to get going if we're able to really see some midday clearing and heating as we work through the early to mid-afternoon hours. This will push south and east and definitely has the potential to become severe. Gusty winds, hail, heavy rain, the main threats with this. Pushing through between really 4 and 8 o'clock, potentially lingering a little bit longer for some of our southern areas before moving out. We will have a broken line to our north as well, moving through Pennsylvania, and that's actually where our main risk of severe weather will be today. That might struggle to make it to our region, but if it does, it would move into our area between about 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. So your headlines, this is over the next couple of days. But I do want to take you forward here. The highest severe weather risk for today will be across parts of Pennsylvania and New York. Our region's under that level 1 marginal risk because there's some uncertainty with our forecast. But again, I would definitely expect the potential for that upgrade to an elevated risk to occur because I think we actually have a pretty sizable storm threat as we move through the afternoon. So we have that chance of rain right now. We have some storms out there already that are firing. It's quite humid outside, and these storms are really trying to feed off of that. And we're going to time this out a little bit here for you as we work through the rest of today. So again, damaging winds are going to be, I think, the biggest threat today with any of these storms. Wind gusts upwards of 55 to 65 miles per hour are definitely going to be possible. Hail and flash flooding also a concern, and there's a non-zero tornado risk as well. Taking you back on over here towards live William Richmond Inc. radar as we get things loaded up, what we can see is that our line of thunderstorms in the very least is producing a decent amount of lightning across the Waldorf area as we push this on over towards the Cobb Island area. Let's take this down to just a half-hour loop, and you can see the general movement here of these storms as they continue to push south and east. And if we put those 1 hour, and actually I'll do my own storm track here, tracking these south and eastward here at about 25 miles per hour. And this would be a general look at your timing here as this line continues to work here to the east. So again, with this, expect locally heavy rain, plenty of lightning, and I do see Helen's over there on Cobb Island. You're about to get smacked with a decent thunderstorm this morning. Lots of lightning with that little guy and heavy rain. And this will be pushing on over towards the Huntingtown and Prince Frederick areas in and around 6:30, down towards Lusby by about 7 o'clock, Lexington Park around 7 o'clock, and St. Inigo's just after 7. So be prepared for this line to push on through, and we will track it all here right for you. No active warnings right now. This entire line right now is non-severe. And we're likely going to see maybe 1 or 2 additional storms develop behind this. This probably isn't all we're talking about this morning. And I think our main window for potential storminess this morning is between about now and about 11 o'clock this morning. We should calm things down after that point. And then I think our higher severe risk is going to come this afternoon between about 4 and 8, 4 and 9 o'clock as we have atmospheric energy pass overhead. So I have an entire detailed forecast update for you at jbweather.net. Head on over there. It's the first post. You can see what's going on, and you can track these storms live as well with our exclusive radar on the website, jbweather.net/radars. So we'll continue to track this. I'll continue to have updates on all of our socials. And if we have any new updates or anything pressing, I'll be back here with you live to talk about it. In the meantime, though, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Have a nice and safe one, and keep it tuned here to JB Weather on what could be an active weather day.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.